Hey everybody, good morning. It's Tuesday morning, September 2nd or 3rd, I don't remember. Anyway, I know I've been a little lax this weekend. I had a lot of things going on, so I didn't get on as much as I wanted to or do any more Zig stuff in the 4% challenge, Success Pill 3. But on a continuation of where we left off, um, where we were talking about attaining. How could you attain a goal if you do not have one? Have you got one? Are you a wandering generality or a meaningful specific? That's all the time I have for today, guys, right? That's what I said. So let's talk more tomorrow on it. And in the meantime, let that sink in and really think about this. Um, then he goes on to say, you can get everything in life you want as long as you help enough other people get what they want. That's one of his famous quotes. And then he starts talking about the jockey shorts guy where he saw it in the catalog and was thinking about how he was a fat guy at 202 pounds. And if he's going to write a book and go out on stage, he has to maintain an image and he doesn't want to tell you what to do as a fat guy. So he wants to be a skinny guy when he gets out on stage in front of you. So he says, this is where he thinks about how he'd look in the jockey shorts. They don't put jockey shorts on fat people, is what he said. He starts out running a block, after he starts deciding he's going to exercise. Then the next day, a block and a mailbox and a little more until he was doing 2+ miles a day. Then he started doing sit-ups and push-ups and then the GI push-ups. He finally started losing weight. He also started watching what he ate. He was worried about his self-image. He didn't want to show or stand in front of you and tell you what you need to do, looking like some fat slob at 202 pounds. Can't have credibility if you don't look the part. This was his goal, but not your goal. Obviously, everybody has different goals. Go to your skinny doctor, he says, because you can't take a fat doctor seriously if he himself tells you need to lose weight when he needs to as well. Your goal needs to be big. In order for a goal to be effective, it must affect change. If it doesn't affect change, then the probability of you reaching your goals are pretty slim. In order for the goal to be effective, it has to be big because a big goal creates excitement. It forces you to reach in and utilize that is what's there already. He battled to get his book published. However, the first 3 publishers refused, and he said after he decided it, he says he wrote the book himself when he was still weighing 202 pounds, but in the first part he said he weighed only 165 pounds with a 34-inch waist. He said this was his goal, and he stuck to it until he made it. Set your goals as far as you can see, and when you get there, you'll always be able to see further. In other words, make more goals. Your goals must be specific. He needed to lose 37 pounds, which was a very specific amount. And he breaks it down in the math and says that it took like 1.9 ounces a day. And he says, well, heck, anybody can do that. If you break it down into little enough steps, right? One little step at a time, you're still building on your goals. Your goals must be specific. So he had 10 months to do it. He broke it down, like I said, little steps. Then he talks about being from Yazoo City, Mississippi. Goes into how we all have excuses for ourselves before we get started. Oh, the kids are in school. Wait till they get out of school. I'll have more time. Oh, I need to get some fishing done and out of the way. Blah, 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 blah. He keeps going on and on about that. Then he says, people who wait for external changes before they make an internal decision will get cooked in the squat. And he gave an expression of that when he was growing up in Yazoo City, Mississippi, about getting cooked in the squat. He used to eat over at a friend's house all the time because they were poor during the Depression and all. And he said one time the biscuits came out no bigger than his watch. And he asked the gal that cooked them, said, what happened to the biscuits? And she goes, He said she rolled back in a big belly laugh and said, "Oh, they got cooked in the squat." I guess that's a bad thing. So anyway, my truck is beep. Oh, the air went down. Anyway, he says if you're gonna reach your goals, you gotta make up your mind. You gotta do something today. You can't do everything at once. He talks about how, if you're overweight, it took you 40 some years to get there. You're not gonna take it all off in a weekend. And he talks about how he got there. He lost his habit of eating one bite too much. So he didn't gain it all in one day. He ain't gonna lose it all in one day or in one weekend. So, yeah, okay. He started off hating getting up early and going running every morning. After a while, he loved it. But he talks about, when that alarm clock went off first thing in the morning, that very first time, he hated that thought. He let everybody know he hated it. And then he goes into where one day he was running in Portland, Oregon on the campus, the college campus, saw kids laying all over, some studying, just some taking in the sun. It was 78 degrees and it was beautiful. And he says he realized how every single step he was actually enjoying it because he paid the price and he knew that he didn't have to pay it again for being fat if he was going to enjoy it and keep doing it. So he never did get it all, put back on. He kept it off. He says we become a part of what we're around. In other words, negative people, negative ways. He said don't get stinking thinking. That will defeat you every time, or negative thinking. And that's where I left off at about 38 minutes into his speech on the success pill. So tomorrow I'm going to try to get a little more in. And then this coming weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I got off. But I'll be busy going across state and stuff. So anyway, guys, that's what I got for today. I'll talk to you more tomorrow, hopefully. And that might be it for a little while. But I'll get back with you. All right, everybody have a great week. And next week as well. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.